Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Something super duper interesting, no doubt, from who's that guy? Is it Laszlo? Oh my gosh, those videos are the best. No doubt. Anyways, sorry. But we have something new from We Knives. And as you guys know, if you've watched my channel here recently, you'll know that I'm always super excited to take a look at something from We, because here lately, they've stepped up their game. Their prices are going up, but they're also bringing the extra sauce most of the time. They have stepped up their overall quality, their complexity, right? Their designs tend to be a little more interesting than, back from two years and beyond ago. So yeah, it's always really exciting. Whatever this is, I will link it in the description so that you guys can check it out. It really does help my channel when you use those links before you buy something. So I would be very happy if you did that, but that's your choice. That's entirely up to you. Thanks to We for sending it in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What are we looking at today? This is called the Sine Wave or Cinewave? Sine Wave. Polished gray and satin titanium handle. Polished gray Bowler M390 blade. You're checking a lot of boxes here in terms of words that make me say, that sounds nice. I didn't think about that sentence before it came out of my face hole. So it didn't quite roll off the tongue the way that I thought it would, right? Some stickers and some stuff. Typical. It's fine. What do we got? Have no idea. No idea what I'm actually going to... Oh, boy. Oh, this looks fancy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, I do like that polished gray. So this is the first time... This was what they did with the was it the Ator? And there was a version in polished gray, and I was like, I don't know if that's what I want, right? I've not seen that. The textured titanium, look at the milling line between here, and then they've milled 3 lines between. They snuck their logo in right there, probably to keep this pivot looking nice. We got a nice, I don't know why I gave it a little tickle there. Sorry about that. It's also creepy that the tone of my voice has dropped at the same time. I was trying to create an atmosphere for you guys, okay? Some of you probably appreciate it, and some of you probably feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's all part of the experience. So we have the adjustment head over here. Look how they've polished the bevels. Oh, and there's a pivot collar in there too. That's real nice. That's real classy. I like that a lot. That's actually putting a smile on my face. Same thing on this side. Little tiny, look how the titanium subtly comes up. The machining comes up to that little bevel outside of the polished black pivot collar. Almost looks like it could be zirconium, but I doubt it. And then we have the edges of this sort of champagne anodized pivot, this bowled out champagne anodized pivot. The edges of that, or the bevels of it, have also been polished. That's a really nice touch. The combination of the gray, I'm going to call this champagne because it's kind of, that sounds really pretentious, but there's a gold and there's a bronze, and then there's something between bronze and gray, right? Champagne is what I'm going to say. It just sounds like there should be another word. But I'm going to say champagne. A backspacer dips in right there. That's really nice. Look at that. Whose design is this? I know you guys are like, can you please, you idiot, please just flip it. I just want to see the blade so I can go. No, you can just use the fast forward button. Nobody's going to, it's not going to say. Who designed this? Designer is We Knife. Okay. This is an internal design. Makes me think of GTC back here. Real nice detail. Love to see this stuff. All right. Hey, okay. All right. I kind of thought the blade was going to be boring. I said they're going to tuck a boring blade into it. Now, some people are going to say it's still boring, right? But no, kind of neat. What's the purpose of this flat dropping into a second? That's what that is. It's a second swedge. What's the point? Nothing. Aesthetic, right? Oh, nested lock. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Beautiful. Beautiful. Holy crap. Holy crap-a-roni. I gotta start thinking of what I'm gonna say before I say it. Wow, the action's really, really good. God dang it. Wee knives. This really has a lot of GTC look without being a GTC at all. And I'd say that because they've collabed with GTC before. The polished gray is pretty cool. I like it. It's definitely distinct from a black wash. It's definitely not a black wash. It definitely doesn't look like a DLC. And it certainly doesn't look, like a satin or a tumbled or a media blasted or anything like that. It's a little bit different. I kind of like it. Kind of a charcoal, smoky, like if you left your pocket knife in a fireplace for a long time. That's kind of what it makes me think of. Like a little cooked, right? You got stops that are exposed only in between the closed and open position. So I call this garaged stops because it kind of looks like a little car going into a garage. Bye. So stupid. So stupid. My brain was like, say that. That'll be funny. Say that. You should definitely say that. And now I feel like as punishment, I can't edit that. Because after I said it, I was like, no, that doesn't work. That's weird. But I also feel like I deserve, to be ridiculed for that, and that hiding it would not teach me the lesson that I deserve to be taught. So I regret that action. I would like to apologize, and it's totally okay to make fun of me for that. I deserve it. I will not. I'm trying to put you guys first and teach myself a lesson at the same time. So I'm going to leave that in there. So anyways, let's get back to this. Just going to power through. We do have some nice stops there. I do like that a lot. All of the machining on this is really, really nice. I like that they've left some areas smooth while still, keeping with the idea that we don't want to leave any areas boring, but we don't want to overdo it. So I do like these lines around here. I love this up top, right? You can see where it's contoured and where it's sort of, it's beveled, just to add a little bit of zazz, a little bit of spice. Got that line dividing. There's a polished milling line dividing the gray and the sort of machined, tumbled or machined satin titanium. That's really, really nice. The pocket clip looks good. And the subtle bronze accents or champagne accents here. I just noticed that there's no hardware on the front. It's literally just the screw for the pocket clip and the screw for the frame, and then you've probably got a floating peg in there for the backspacer, but there's nothing on the front. So all you see is the pivot, and there's not even an adjustment head. This is actually a larger knife than I assumed initially as well. The overall length here is, whoa, holy moly. I was thinking it was 8.25. This is 8.75 inches. Blade length is 4 inches. Cutting edge is 3.9. That's wild. That is wild. So that was my stomach. Sorry about that. Flipper tab, light switch, definitely. Light switch only. Comfortable. Saying it twice means that it's extremely comfortable. Weird that there's no jimping back here, but that's okay. I really like this. This is cool. So again, this is the Sine Wave. I don't know. Probably multiple versions, so that this price could be higher or lower depending on which version you get. But this is the version of the knife you're looking at right here is a $350 knife, not by MSRP. MSRP is much higher, over $400. You're never going to see that price tag. MAP, which is what you're going to see it at dealers and stuff. Like if you go and find this knife on Blade HQ, this version of this knife is $352.75. It does have enough going on here that it deserves a price tag that is over $300. Definitely. There's not a lot. I mean, even knives that are sitting at $300, I feel like are not, legitimately competing with the amount of detail here. We still have the lower HRC range than what I would consider optimal. So I wish they would pick that up a bit, right? But okay, There might be a plainer version of this that costs slightly less, which would be even more impressive. They will almost certainly have a Damasteel version of this knife or some super crazy variation of this knife that will cost more. But this is a good looking knife and it's a really cool design, and I really like that nested liner. Does that have... We gotta look in there. Hold on. This has been kind of a wacky episode, hasn't it? I bet that's just a steel liner. So these two screws go into the frame and then they just disappear. So they managed to just thread those in just enough. I bet you that's steel. Yeah, that's fine. No issue there. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice knife. They must have decided, like, we're not going to release a knife unless it's really awesome. They must have just decided, like, we're going to slow down. I think that's good. Like, they're still pumping out knives, but I feel like they're slowing down on their premium end and taking a little more time with this stuff. That, or they've hired a ton of designers, right? And they're still able to keep up the pace, but just release a lot of better stuff. I feel like maybe they slowed down a bit. I think that's better. Take some more time and release some really, really cool stuff. Because it's like, listen, if your prices are going to go up, you got to deliver more. And We Knives has been delivering more, right? You got to be kind of intentionally resistant to that idea, to ignore that. There's an obvious step up in effort with their stuff, and I really like that. As a reviewer, I get really excited about We Knives, right? I'm not saying you got to rush out and buy this. $350 is a lot of money for a pocket knife. But, you know, if you're just playing spectator to the more expensive end of the knife world, this is probably still pretty cool, right? I mean, it's still worth at least a little golf clap. Like, hey, good job, I like this. This is cool. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. Links for this guy down in the description. I don't know when I'm releasing this video, but it should be available. Please, did I get a little thing? Surely, you guys send me a little piece of paper. Probably would help if I didn't try to throw everything away. It's probably available. It's linked in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.